Hey, you. So glad you decided to join me today, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk to you about something that I think is super duper important when it comes to your marriage. That is the fact that we need to unpack our bags. Now, I want you to think about this and be honest when I ask you this question. Do you bring any bags into your relationship?
Did you?
I'll ask it slightly different. Did you carry any baggage into your relationship? If you answered no, you lied. You failed this test. Because here's the truth of the matter. We all have baggage.
Sheesh! Wow!
First question. Have you openly discussed your past relationships and any potential baggage or unresolved issues? Yes.
We have
We have
been
multiple times.
open.
That's one thing I always loved about us in the very beginning. A lot of people, if you just mention your ex's name or anything that happened in the past, it's like an immediate jealousy.
Yeah.
That's
insecurity.
Insecurity, and then your mind starts wondering how you were with your ex compared to me, vice versa. But we've been really been able to just really talk through, knowing that was our past, and we are happy with who we are, and we are together. You are mine, I am yours.
Yeah.
Now, and it's helped out a lot, because even though it's a really important thing not to compare and say, well, my ex did this and you're doing this, but by saying, hey, because my ex did this and made me feel this certain type of way, so I'm just communicating with you that I don't want any ill feelings or emotions to come out at you when you don't even realize.
That's really good.
So we've done that a lot.
Yeah. Thank you for allowing me to feel safe to share my wounds, my past, my shames, all the baggage.
Yeah. All the bags.
Bags.
All the unpacking.
We need to have a picture in the background with a bunch of bags behind us.
Yeah.
That's one thing we talk about all the time is our values.
Yeah.
We want our relationship based on kingdom values, kingdom principles, kingdom convictions, and not just feelings and trends, because trends change. What is important to the world in 5 years is not going to be in the next 5 years. The King's way, God's way, for all eternity from now. We've already established.
And I've communicated with you in the very beginning, my core number one value, or one of them, is family.
Family, yep.
So even on days where you're tired and you want to be at home, I respect your decision if you want to stay home, but a lot of times you do tag along with me because you know how important it is for you to be there, because you're my family, with my blood family, so I've noticed that a lot with you, and it's meant a lot to me.
Yeah. Have you discussed how you would approach joint decision making when it comes to major life choices, such as career changes or relocation?
We just talked about
I'm
this.
smiling right now. It's we already talked about
We
it.
just talked about this over at Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers.
Sorry, Mom, we went to Fuddruckers without you.
She was working.
No. Is that all we gotta say about that?
What accent is that?
That was Forrest Gump.
Oh. I couldn't watch the entire Forrest Gump. I watched an hour, 2 hours of it, or an hour and a half. It kept on being the same thing over and over and over. So I knew where it was going. Should I have watched the end? Okay, anyways, when it comes to relocation and major life choices, we basically said that the voice of God is going to lead us, and we will believe the voice of God in each other and know that God will give us stillness, peace, direction, vision. So a lot of these things we are not going to like have the word is escaping my mind now, preconceived notions of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's trying to come out of me right now, is to where we do have vision for things and we are getting things in place and structured, but we're not like, oh, by this year or by this date we're gonna have children, and by this we're gonna have a house, and we set goals. There's nothing wrong with setting goals, but we also both understand that no matter what, like, we will listen to God. Like, he could tell us, we could think something now and put it on a piece of paper, but then God will say something completely different tomorrow. So
we're not seeking happiness as the first like goal in marriage. I know, like, in America, no condemnation, I'm just saying what I've noticed, like most people like run after the happy life, and then that causes them to live broken and disappointed and
like happy materialistic life?
Materialistically thinking if they have these things, like living in the best place. Like if I leave where I used to live and I go to Myrtle Beach, which a lot of people do, they think if they change location, it'll change what's on the inside. And it's like, no, who you are and where you are, like, has nothing to do with the outcomes of your life. So it's who you are that determines the outcomes. And so for us, I think it's more like we are obedient to God. That's success for us. Success is obedience. And when God says, all right, this is time to do this and this is time to do that, we would rather follow that, because God, he knows best. I mean, God created like a 15 billion light year universe with like hundreds of billions of galaxies. I mean, that's pretty intelligent. I'd rather follow him than like culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. Next question is, have you openly shared your expectations for emotional support, affection, and the love languages?
Out of 10, where we rank each other in this?
Say a 10.
I was about to say a 10. Like, we are very diligent about making sure that we give each other emotional support, making sure that your cups are full, kind of like what Dr. Darius is saying, making sure like your emotional needs are met, spiritual needs, like relational, like making sure that like we always talk, communicate, like how are you feeling, what do you need from me, not me trying to guess what do you need, or because in this season I am needing word of affirmation, I'm giving that to you, hoping that you do that. Or like acts of service. So like right now I'm wanting acts of service, and I'm giving that to you, hoping that you would like do it. But no, like we're like no. Like we know that the way we receive is not the way that that person needed in this season. So we communicate. What type of season you're in? Yeah. What do you need from me? Do you need more communication? Do you need more time? Do we need, so I think 10. Yeah,
and it's more, and overnight, this did not happen. We had to
work.
We had to really work on this.
Work.
We had to really work on this and learn each other and make sure that we did communicate what we needed in certain times.
Yeah.
And even some days I just need space today. I need time to just
leave me alone.
Yeah, leave me alone. It definitely took a long time to constantly communicate. I mean, we still do. It's still a lot of work.
Do anybody know what Rihanna says after that? Work.
More works.
No. What does she sing after that? No. Work.
Let me see you do work.
That's what she said?
I don't know.
Okay.
You can ask that will help you access your baggage. Where am I right now? You go to Genesis chapter number 3 and you read the dialogue that God has with Adam and Eve after their fall, their disobedience to eat of the forbidden fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. When God approaches Adam, he asks a question. Adam, where are you? Now, this was not a geographical tracking question. He wasn't looking for Adam as in like, I can't find you. Where are you, bro? No. This is This is the first self-awareness question ever asked in human history. Adam, where are you? And the greatest implication of God's investigation into knowing if Adam knew where he was by Adam being able to take inventory of himself and figure out if this is something I need to explore. Where am I right now? Why am I hiding in the bushes right now? How come I'm hiding my baggage instead of bringing it out into the open so I can deal with it and address it? The question that we all need to be asking is, where am I right now? Why am I afraid right now? Why am I so angry right now? I think if we could ask each other these questions, we would get down to some really good answers. So where are you? That's the question I want you to ask yourself today. Where am I? Am I at peace today? Am I content today? Am I experiencing some joy today? Where am I today? This self-awareness question can literally change the way that you live your life. Again, it's easier to point out what something, when something is wrong with your spouse as opposed to pointing at yourself. But if you just get still for a moment and you think about your life, your day, your mood, you ask the question, where am I? I think you'd be surprised at the answers that you get. So let's be self-aware when it comes to packing your bags. The best way to do it is by asking you the question, where am I?
That was nasty.